Okay, we are going to do a voucher bill entry transaction. And this feature here is going to be used to record a vendor invoice to accounts payable. So based on the type of vendor invoice you're entering, you can enter by number, invoice thing, or vendor name, and how we set it up, or number. Now, if you don't know which PO, there's a purchase order lookup inquiry. We're going to pay a purchase order or entry for a purchase order here. So let's just look this up. And if you're familiar to first time seeing this, you can do this a couple of ways. You can type it in your run code over here for POINQ. And if you notice right here, if you type in POI, and it'll finish it for you. See, then you can click it and it'll also bring it up. This is purchase orders lookup. We can do open and closed, the order classes. So you could closed only, and then we're going to look for a Harper. And these should be all the closed ones. And we want opened and go. And now we have a list of the open ones. And closed, go. And then I want all of them, right? So that gives me all of them. There's the PO right there, the one that I want to receive. 1100, 1091, 1092, 93, 94. There should be a 99 here somewhere. So I can sort these. I double click in the PO. You can sort it. Now another thing you can do is right click, send to Excel, and then it'll open up in Excel. But here I'm going to hit clipboard just for so it'll come over. We don't have it set up to export to Excel yet, but I can paste it here, and then I can get the whole list of all these that are open, closed, and status. So it's just another neat little thing. So the ones that I'm after are these 1100, 1099, 1098. And you can tell over here something, the D drop ship, and then W. So let's go through this process now. I'm going to put my Excel sheet over here out of the way, and I can leave this up. Close this, and let's go up here to our run code, APE. Right, and it should come up voucher entry. And then also over here on the left-hand side, see my mouse, there it is. It's something I use a lot. It'll show up right there. And you can always go in and then back out. You can also expand this out, right? So you can make that larger. You can close it. You can open it. Now, to pay the order of, the vendor code right here, first stop, vendor code. If you don't know the vendor code, or you can look it up. So you can go F1, there's the search here, and so you can type it in, Harper, and it's going to come up Harper, and then you can enter, and it'll come right up. So let's close that. Another way to do that, save this, just tell it, I'm going to type in directly, and then it comes up. And when you hit enter, it takes you to the next one, which is the pay amount, which we don't know yet. We know that the one we're looking for is PO number 1100. And click in the PO field. Now, when you click in the PO field, if you don't know the PO number, you can hit the F1 to search. It's already in Harper. Now, notice it only shows 1098 and 1093, so we want to do all. Okay. And we want to get the 1100. Now, I think real quick, come on, minimize. Close this real quick over here. Now, this 1100, it's a drop ship purchase order. See that right there? Total 24, but it's a drop ship. D. And then this one is just a purchase order. Okay? I just want to you to see that. So the 1100 is a drop ship, then 1099 is a purchase order. So see the difference there, and you get your lines. Now there's another one on here that I've got. I think it's this one. It's got 3 lines on it, but this line right here wasn't completely received. So these 2 have been received, but not that 800. I think I received one of them. So it kind of make it interesting. All right, so 1098, 1099, and 1100 are the ones that I'm going to run through this APE module to see how it works. So back to here, I put in Harper, put in my PO number. Since I don't know my PO number, F1, I'm going to go all. Now you can again change, you can do drop shipments, and then my 1100 shows up. I'm going to do an order, and my 1099 show up. See those? So the question, I don't know how I close these, but maybe I can answer that at a later time. But you can also see the order class W. So let's go to the 1100. We're going to select, double click 1100 with our left click, and it puts it right there. So enter. Now show receipts. This is the receipt window. It opens up. Select the receipts from the list. That's you can do show all receipts, but there's nothing else there. It doesn't allow me to expand that. So select the receipts for invoicing. So when you select that, that is the inventory vendor will prompt you to choose the receipt. If the receipt invoice are not showing, you can check show all receipts here. If not sure which receipt to choose, go to that thing we ran, POINQ, which is this POINQ right here that we ran earlier, and we can look that up. So we're going to hit OK. And we hit OK there. It shows us the PO. It shows us, displays all the receipt details. All right. So review the receipts for accuracy and match to invoice. This will be our next step in the process. And if you have the invoice, you can match it, review for accuracy, match invoice. You may change invoice quantities if needed. You can actually change these quantities here. So let's see what it does. It'll allow you to change those and put that back. Okay. You can change the invoice unit cost or invoice extension. So let's change it to 0.70. I'm going to change it back 0.65 if need be. I can change that. And then when you have reviewed for accuracy and matched it to the invoice, you want to hit save. All right, so review the receipt for accuracy. You can change the quantities, the things. You can change invoice unit costs or invoice extensions. Additional costs for freight, tariffs may be added here to create a landing cost, which is this cost right here. You can add here for a landing cost. And then when you're done, you want to hit save. And the save button's right here. If when invoice costs were changed in the receipt above, the apply invoice cost window will display. So let's hit save. Apply invoice cost. PO line is a different PO invoice cost. If you want to apply the PO invoice cost inventory time, I'm going to hit OK. Right, because the default answer is OK here, right? I said OK. Now there are some key areas here. The vendor, you can modify these based on the vendor or invoice. The date here, the terms code. These are key fields to verify or modify. Dollar amount, the invoice number. If I had the invoice number, I could type it in. So we'll just say it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Enter the invoice number. enter invoice amount. You could enter that here if you wanted to. You can even put a note, a comment. You can type a comment right there if you wanted to type a comment on line 6. Plus freight. Okay. All right. Is there an associated voucher with this? Indicate associated voucher if desired. Let's see if we can look F1 that. Oh, it's just a calculator, so nothing there. But you could put another one that's maybe associated, another voucher. All right. Number 8. The remit to. Make sure this information here is correct. The address, everything matches up for the remit to. Let's go back. Is there a job reference? Release, you can enter that here. The next step here, we're going to be to look at the general ledger, and you can see it's set up to go to the GL account inventory. But again, this is just simply, I wanted to walk through the process. You can see this. Review and complete when you're done here. So once you've verified all the information, everything looks good to you, then we're going to hit accept, and this should say, let's see what it does. Accept. Okay. Yeah, so the splits, I'm just going to put 100%. And I'm going to hit accept. I don't know the answer to that one. So created the voucher. Might want to write that voucher number down or look at it, because we'll have to use that number to post that voucher. And to post it, there's a run code for that. And let's see, it should be this one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is my invoice number. I can select this for post it, but that'll be another video. So that was just simply going through the process of creating a voucher. Okay. All right, so on that voucher, the one thing I forgot to cover is you got to look at the add, change the general ledger information. You can do that there in the screen here. You can add, you can take away, or you can add a different account, GL account, and assign it there, I think. I'll have to try that on the next one. Maybe do some freight, add the freight in. All right, that's a voucher bill entry.